Phones, please. We're going to be starting soon. I have to read the statement. Okay, this is the full city council meeting for Tuesday, August the 26th. Roll call, please.
Bro,
Here.
Mensch,
Here.
Garfield,
Here.
Rolfs, here. Peterson,
Here.
Miller,
Here.
Pence,
Here.
DeWitt,
Here.
8 present.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, next up is, I need a motion and a second to approve the,
You skip public comment.
oh, that's right. How about a public comment? Do we have public here? How about a public comment?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Set this here real quick. Thank you.
She's not on the agenda, is she?
No, she's in public comment, though.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Keep in mind that you are on public comment, so we can't say much back to you.
No, that's, I
Okay.
expect that. Good evening, Mayor and board members. I'm Angel Crawford with the Iroquois Economic Development Association, and I'm here with our treasurer, Neil Shippert, who is also the Senior Vice President for Ag Services for First Trust Savings Bank. And we're here to talk about IDA and some of the services we provide. In your handout that I gave you, there is a little flyer called Who We Are. And if you pull that out, or well, you don't have to pull that out, but I'll just tell you.
And I hate to say this, but you've got 3 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that explains who we are. We really do work with the mayors, the board members, state agencies, federal agencies, local foundations. Some of our recent accomplishments is the Back to Business grant. And in reaching out to businesses here in Watseka, we help businesses here get over $190,000 in awards. And throughout the county, they received $330,000 in awards. Also in the packets, as you'll see, is called Fast Facts. These are additional accomplishments. We also included incentives for businesses through the county revolving loan, state funding, and also the Economic Development Authority, which does bonding. We also included a upcoming brunch that we're going to have with the Illinois Institute of Rural Affairs that we've invited all the mayors and all you board members to come to, and it'll be coming up here September 13th, I believe it is, over at Cissna Park Family Restaurant. If you could please attend it, that would be great. Another thing that we've included is some of the resources for residents. The Eastern Illinois Food Bank. Everybody's going through additional burdens right now with the extra electricity bills and just burdens in general. The Eastern Illinois Food Bank, for people that work, there's a proxy form. They can actually fill out that proxy form and have someone go pick up food for them. That saves people some money. There's also a 211 flyer that is additional resources. We learned Catholic Charities are doing emergency rental and mortgage resources for residents. There's also, I just learned that this weekend, Ameren is doing short-term assistance program, and that is for residents that have over, it's a one-time $100 50 pledge towards an Ameren electric bill, and they must have a balance of $250 or greater. I'm waiting on a flyer from the Eastern Illinois Community Action Agency, and I should have that tomorrow. And Neil, I'll have you talk real quick here. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Angel. Yeah, IDA's been around for 55 years, and we're pretty much funded by contributions from cities and villages, the county, business donations, and individual donations as well. Last year, we had some state funding through grants that Angel was able to procure, and that accounted for about 28% of our total revenues. But with grant money, as we all know, it becomes exhausted and those funds are not available to us. Last fiscal year, our expenses pretty much matched our revenues within $1,000 as a not-for-profit. That's okay. But we're going to be very reliant on contributions and donations again this year. We're in competition. We're in competitions with other counties to attract new businesses and maintain the businesses that we already have. Some counties have larger economic councils in terms of staffing and budget. We have Angel, we have one, and the volunteers that serve on the board. But I think we provide a valuable resource to not only Watseka and our county. We thank you for your contribution that you made last year in early 2024, and we thank you for your consideration again.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, any other public comment? Okay, thank you. Now we're going to try to get a motion in a second for approving the city council regular meeting minutes from July 22nd.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion in a second. Roll call, please.
Garfield,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Rowe,
Aye.
Pence,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right. If you notice, we have 5 ordinances under consideration. All of you were giving paperwork ahead of time to check out those ordinances to see what they were. Any comments or questions about the 5 ordinances under consideration? No comments? No questions? Okay, I'll need a motion and a second for approving the 5 ordinances.
You're just setting the consent agenda.
Because I know I was going to say that wrong. Setting the consent agenda for the 5 ordinances under consideration.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Rolfs,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Pence,
Aye.
Rowe,
Aye.
Garfield,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Now I need a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Pence,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Garfield,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Bro.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. All right, next up is the Finance, Legal, and Audit Committee. We had claims in the amount of $526,230.17. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Garfield,
Aye.
Bro,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Pence,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Accept and place on file the July Treasurers Report. Need a motion and a second.
Make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Miller,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Bro,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Garfield,
Aye.
Pence,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay. Next up is the donation to the Iroquois Economic Development Association for $2,500.
Make that motion.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Peterson,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Pence,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Bro,
Aye.
Garfield,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next up is the United Healthcare Insurance Premium. The annual premium this year is $275,170.56.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mensch,
Aye.
Garfield,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Pence,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Bro.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, next up, we need to transfer $250,000 from the general fund, 1-10-8,000 into the street and alley fund, 6-10-9,000. I need a motion and a second.
So move.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Bro,
Aye.
Mensch,
Aye.
Garfield,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Pence,
Aye.
DeWitt.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, and that is it for finance, legal, and audit.
Okay, so next is Public Works and Water, Wastewater. First thing, we have to ratify the Operators Local 399 union contract. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have motion second. Take roll call.
Garfield,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Mensch.
Yes.
Motion carried.
The next one we'll let Benny take.
Okay, dear alderpersons of Watseka, I am vetoing and returning the motion granting Dustin Posey a $2 an hour pay increase effective May 1st, 2025. I believe this pay increase would result in a wasteful expenditure of city funds as the individual is no longer employed with the city of Watseka. I'll need a motion in a second.
No, you don't.
I don't need a motion in a second.
No.
I just needed to read the statement.
Okay. Next one, Republic Services dumpster contract for 36 months at $685 per haul for year 1. Year 2 and 3 is a 5% increase for each year. And that is substantially lower than what we was doing before. So I need a motion and a second.
So move. Second.
Amanda, roll call.
Pence,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Garfield,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Mensch,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Bro.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay. Next one is a VFD pump from Metropolitan Waste for $94,951. I'll make the motion. We need a second.
I'll take that second.
Amanda, roll
Gar-
call.
Garfield,
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
Peterson,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Pence,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Mensch.
Aye.
Motion carried.
And the last one for me is accept a grant from Ameren, Illinois for the VFD pump of $25,600. I'll make the motion. I need
I'll
a second. Amanda?
Miller,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
Mensch,
Yes.
Garfield,
Yes.
Pence,
Yes.
Peterson,
Aye.
Rolfs.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Public safety, there is none.
Thank
and
you,
we
thank
go-
you, Lauren, for applying for the Ameren grant, which is the only reason we got that, because you applied for it. Sorry.
Public safety.
Yeah, there's no
none.
public safety, so code enforcement.
All right.
Okay, code?
Code enforcement, demolition of 1213 and 1215 Sugar Creek Court.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Peterson,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Pence,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
Garfield,
Yes.
Mensch.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, miscellaneous business, we have, appoint Mark Garfield to the Police Pension Board. I need a motion in a second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Sec-
Okay, we have a motion in a second. Roll call, please.
Mensch,
Aye.
Garfield,
Abstain.
Rolfs,
Aye.
Peterson,
Yes.
Pence,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Rowe.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, last up is the solar farm discussion. We do have representatives here from the solar farm, and we have Eric Brandt here.
Angelino and Christopher, if you guys are wondering about your application, it was passed in the
I'm
consent.
sorry, it was passed about a half hour ago.
Yeah. So I just don't want you to freak out.
You don't have to stick around if you don't want to. No, that's fine. Sorry.
Good
Go ahead.
evening. My name is Alex Carroll Franson from Aaron Fox Schiff, and I'm here today with Andrew Jurowitz, a project developer from RDC Illinois North. We are here on behalf of RDC Illinois North, a project company 100% owned by Reactivate Illinois, which is a subsidiary of Invenergy. We're headquartered in Illinois. Our colleagues were last here before some of you on August 12th, and we're happy to be here again before the council to request permission to move forward to hearing on the approvals necessary for RDC Illinois North to construct a 2.85 megawatt solar project in partnership with the landowners Ronald and Kira Barker. To be considered for this project, we've filed 3 documents and paid the required fees: a special use application, a variance request because the project is less than 40 acres, which is the minimum amount required by the solar ordinance, and then a petition for annexation because one of the 2 parcels is outside of the jurisdiction but contiguous to the city of Watseka. The property is located at East 1850 North Road and is bordered by a cemetery to the north, retail uses to the south, and agricultural uses to the east and west. We understand that this is a new type of project for the city, and we appreciate the opportunity to be before you and to hopefully work with you. With that, I will now turn it over to Andrew, who will be happy to present more on the project and answer some questions that you had from the last meeting.
So you can crank that up if you want. There you go.
There we go. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon or good evening, Mayor, City Council members. It's great to meet you all. As Alex mentioned, I'm Andrew Jurowitz. I'm with Reactivate. I'm a project developer here. I believe my colleague Gabriel Ariza was here a couple weeks ago to introduce ourselves, introduce Reactivate. He's also the project manager for the project that we're proposing. I'm here today predominantly to answer any follow-up questions y'all might have, discuss some of the potential contributions or discussions that were held in the last meeting on Reactivate's behalf towards the city of Watseka and reintroduce Reactivate. I don't have a super formal speech prepared or anything like that, but to put it simply, Reactivate is a mission-driven renewable energy firm. We specialize in community solar, so anywhere from 2 to 5 megawatts. On the smaller scale, not super small like rooftop or anything like that, but community solar, though we also do small scale utility. One of Reactivate's pillars or missions is to make a local impact, so we always aim to hire as local as possible in terms of our contractors when we have a project going up. So anywhere from electricians to technicians and so on. But as Alex pointed out, this proposed project is a 2.85 megawatt alternating current facility, or proposed as such. It's located, let me pull up a map. Just down the road, on the south lane of East 1850 North Road and west of the intersection with County Road 2280 East. As Alex mentioned, it encompasses 2 parcels, roughly 29 acres near the east side of the city limits. And to have this application heard, we are filing a petition for annexation for consistent jurisdiction within the city of Watseka for the northern parcel, the larger parcel ending in 001. I know we're not technically at the site plan review or special use plan review for the project. Should y'all continue to or choose to approve the petition for annexation and review the project, we can get into a more thorough review of the site plan and all of that documentation. But in its current state, Reactivate or RDCIL North has provided, or what we believe to be provided, all of the necessary requirements for the special use application package per the City of Watseka's ordinance. So I believe you guys all have a copy of the application package, as well as the previous presentation that my colleague Gabriel might have given 2 weeks ago. So if there's any follow-up questions in that regard, I'm happy to address them and discuss some of the follow-up on some of the discussions that were held last week. But really here just to be a partner resource in moving the project forward, hopefully moving it forward.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You talked about subscriptions. How would a subscription work for like the average citizen?
Average citizen. So we partner with when the project's up and running, we partner with a third-party provider called Solstice, who handles the subscription service as far as identifying and signing up customers. But essentially, you have to be within Ameren's utility territory for one, so you have to already be getting the power from Ameren, and then from then on, you get notified if you're within a certain income eligibility bracket, you can apply and get guaranteed savings that way. But it's local to where the project is, as far as I understand, and disperses geographically based on how much power is available based off of the generation of the facility. But it's income based, and you have to be within the utility territory.
Our engineer has, Keith, if you would speak a little in reference to some of our codes. We've done some research. Our city engineer has done some checking along with our building inspector, Eric Brandt, and we've come up with some code requirements that I don't know that you are familiar with or aware of.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Typically, when a new development comes into a community, they will dedicate right-of-way for streets that the city would then be responsible for maintaining. That way, the right-of-way is for roads, utilities, and these two parcels have a combined frontage of about 1,340 feet. 60 feet of it is already in the city. The one parcel that's already part of the city, it's up on Elm Street. Taking on new right-of-way also means taking on ownership of the road. So when a property is annexed into a community, the entire right-of-way becomes under the city's jurisdiction. So even though they only have properties on one side of each of those two roads, the city will be responsible for the entire road along those two frontages. Looking at what Walmart did to the south, they widened both sides of Oak Hill Road. My guess is they just had deeper pockets and were able to do that. Generally, a developer will improve their half of the road. To improve it to what Walmart did, which is removing the existing pavement, adding an aggregate base, asphalt, and a sidewalk, for the length that they have is about $424,000. If they were to widen it to what the current city code is, which is actually for commercial districts, it'd be a 50-foot right-of-way from them, and the road is 36 feet wide, edge to edge, plus your curb and gutter on the outside. Once you add curb and gutter, you now have to add storm sewer, and you have to find an outlet for that storm sewer. Right now, the country road, the ditches can change in elevation, and the road can remain steady, but once you add curb and gutter, now you're adding storm sewer. Depending on where your outlet for that storm sewer is, you could be upwards of about $1 million as far as widening and improving both of those sections of road. As we've just repaved Martin Avenue, that was done about 18 years ago, you could figure in about 18 years, maybe 20, you're gonna have to mill and overlay that stretch of road. Taking current prices and adding 18 years at 3% inflation comes to about $130,000. Those are funds that the city would be responsible for because that's now a city road. It's not township. It's now the city's. You'd also have to be responsible for maintaining it, mowing the right-of-ways and whatnot through those years. At the last meeting, they had estimated that there would be $472,000 in taxes over the 35-year project life cycle. That's about $13,485 a year. Of that, the city only receives $3,174. So it's not a huge tax generator for the city. They will have some workers out there, but it'll be sporadic. In theory, it's a self-sufficient system that runs on its own. So just something to keep in mind as you move forward is there are going to be costs that the city will be responsible for if this development comes in and this other parcel is annexed.
And how much is the cost?
To widen half of it to what Walmart did would be about $420,000. A mill and overlay in 18 years at today's dollars inflated is right around $130,000.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So as we unfortunately know, roads aren't cheap, but it's just something to be aware of that when a development comes in, usually the main roads are dedicated and improved. Internal streets would be developed if it was a subdivision of some sort. It's not, so they don't have any internal infrastructure.
Do we have any, like, grants that would be able to help with it, or like, because it's not in TIF or anything like that?
A lot of the grants that we receive, for example, the Elm Street and 3rd Street water main from the EPA, we are allowed to patch the road from where the water main goes, but we can't improve the entire road. So if the water main is in the road for a stretch, we can patch it and repair the road to pre-construction conditions. Grants generally aren't available for road improvements.
New.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Well, they propose to put the entrance in, we have that pipe running through there, going to the river. With the equipment going in and out there, would you be concerned about any collapse of the pipe? I don't know, how deep does that pipe run through there, Lauren?
That's on the east side of
On the east side?
Country Road, yeah.
Which would be right where,
Their proposed entrance, the preliminary site plan they provided has an entrance on the north side of Elm Street, just opposite the cemetery, so it won't impact that pipe that leaves Walmart and Ford is on the east side.
We're not, glued down to that specific location for the northern access too. I know there was discussions on potentially moving it over a little bit east, potentially having a shared access with that northeastern parcel, the cemetery-owned parcel as well. So that's something that we'd be willing to provide to, if that particular access is an issue. But we certainly have to look at the potential roadway improvements.
I think we'd be okay either way, because the storm sewer in question's on the opposite side from this property in question, so it won't be impacted.
Okay.
So with us annexing this in, we take ownership of the portion of roads, including the maintenance. So, I'm director of public works, so I'm in charge of the plowing and salt and so forth. With the cemetery owning that corner lot, that poses some issues between us and the county on maintaining. The county's pretty anal about no salt on their section of the roads because they tar and chip. And that road is a tar and chip road, so I think it's going to be more than just a mill and overlay in the future. It's going to be a complete rebuild, because I don't know what the base condition really is and what kind of base is even under that road. So you'd almost want to do some coring to see what the conditions are and what that road is made of, so you got a better example on cost. I know Keith gave you some rough estimates, but I'm expecting those costs to be much higher when we actually get down to rebuilding it in the future. But that would pose some issues between us and the county on the start-stop on maintaining. You hate to leave that little section untouched as we plow, and it also poses a problem, where do we push the snow to? So it's a little bit of a mess there with that little section not being annexed in.
Keith, do you have a total on the costs involved to meeting meeting the codes that the city's requiring? Did you get a total?
That, the $1 million I put out there, it involves off-site storm sewer. We don't know if that storm sewer coming from Walmart and Ford would be able to handle the new road addition to it, or if we would have to replace parts of that. So, based on costs we had for Martin Avenue, that, and the length of this, as we're at about that $1 million range for widening it to the standard curb and gutter, storm sewer, sidewalk.
So it could actually be more.
It depends. I mean, when we were working on Martin Avenue, there was some undercuts needed because of soft soil. As Lauren said, you know, we don't know that's what's there now. Chip seal roads can be pretty forgiving on weak bases. Once you put asphalt down, asphalt is still considered a flexible pavement, but it's more rigid than chip seal. And if you don't have a good base underneath it, they will deteriorate much more quickly.
So I guess wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of, it's a lot different developing in the city than it is in the country. And the potential cost to you and the landowner is close to $1 million. I don't know how much production is going to come off of this field in the next 30 years. I don't know if it's worth it for your company or the landowner.
And Keith, I'm not too familiar with the site, but if they were to take on the full price, I mean, redoing the entire street, is there an opportunity for recapture, or is the cemetery kind of blocking that?
The cemetery owns the corner, so their parcels wrap up to that intersection of Oak Hill Road and Elm Street. The cemetery has the corner. They also have the property on the north side. So the cemetery owns it on the south side, but it's currently farmed.
Is your company willing at all to take these costs on in order to make this happen?
Certainly will. I can't speak for
right.
certain. Certainly willing to take some cost on, but I don't know if we had the full picture of all the right of way improvements that would be required on the city's concurrency standards in that regard. So have to circle back to the drawing board on that. If it is going to be at that $1 million mark, it's quite expensive. We are unaware that right of way improvements to that degree would be required for something with limited impact to traffic. We would expect something if we were putting up something. It is commercial in nature, but truly commercial in nature, where you'd be having a lot of traffic funneling in and out, or if it was residential or something. If we were in that business of development, I think we would have a more of a head on our shoulders for coming into cities and making right-of-way improvements. But typically we propose, and typically I will say most of these are unincorporated county areas where we're having our projects. So typically it's a driveway access and a access permit with the jurisdiction over the roadway. So
And part of the problem is the city grows further north. There could be another development up there, and they widen the road, and then it just goes down to an unimproved roadway, right? So
I got you. Yep.
But I think Keith, if you can get, and I don't want to speak for the city council, but this is why I wanted to make sure that you guys spoke about it, because if we want to annex it, it would be my suggestion that we enter into an annexation agreement where we kind of set forth the parties' obligations upon annexation. And so I think that if you can get in touch with them and just kind of say, this is what we would anticipate your cost to be, and then maybe come back and see if they're still interested.
Sure.
That would be something I would agree.
So we would need an anticipated annex agreement. We're not really annexing it at this point.
No. You'll do everything at once. So you do the annexation agreement that governs the development of the property upon annexation. Okay? But you're going to do all of it at once. So while you can do an annexation agreement for property that's not contiguous or that's not going to be annexed in, you can also do it for the property you're immediately going to annex in. So you'll do an ordinance annexing the property, an ordinance approving an annexation agreement, and then you'll have the various zoning ordinances, and you'll approve all of those at the same meeting.
But before that, we'll need to get their
Correct.
their
Well,
approval.
that's why I don't want to put them through the process of
why go through all the
the
process
zoning
if they don't? If they don't want to meet all the costs to to meet the codes, then it's all moot point. Do you guys have any more questions for us?
I don't think so. Do you have any time expectation on when you might be able to provide sort of a written estimate or breakdown?
Yeah, I have some here I can give you tonight.
Oh, great, okay. That'd be great.
That's great. Yep. No further questions from me. But I
Okay.
appreciate y'all's
Thank
time.
you so
Yeah,
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you came.
Thanks.
Glad you
Good
came.
evening.
All right. Any other miscellaneous comments, questions?
I got a few. Is there a way that we can do on the city website that we do a business direct to where it would be a hyperlink to that business, either their address or something, to kind of help our people that are doing the businesses in our area, try to help them out online?
I think the chamber has that already, already doing that.
Okay, is there a way we can copy it and put it into where it directs every business that's in the city of Watseka?
It's not every business, it's only chamber businesses that is on my directory because you have to be a chamber member. So
Okay.
it's not every business in town, it is just our chamber membership list. And yes, I mean, I don't see why we couldn't send you that, but it's not the entire town, no.
Okay,
But I'm not opposed to that, no, giving you what I have, no.
okay. I'm just trying to help the businesses out and all
You
that.
wanting to see every business on our city
Correct.
website?
Like when
on
you
our city
when you pull
website?
up a city website, sometimes they have all like, and then they can just go to that website to the next website and see what they have.
I will have to do some research and let you know.
Okay.
Also, what about that sign company that we approved that?
We did approve that in an ordinance tonight.
Okay. All right.
That is approved and will be in the process.
All right.
And then the other thing is I got a couple more things. Maybe a business key information holder. So we've had new businesses pop up. No one's known about them, and they kind of just, we don't know as a fire department how to get into them. So if we can have that information where it would have their business name and 2 key holders, so we can have that information, so we can contact them in case something does happen to their business, we can get in. Is that something we can work on with Eric?
She'd have information
think
on that because.
I'll see what
business
Kathy has and
licenses
if she has that information. That probably may not want to be on our website. to
No,
the
no,
public.
not on our website. Just
Oh.
that we have a
Pull
file.
that through the water bills
Yeah.
as far as
Yeah.
owners and contact information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they have to send them a bill, like
Right.
Okay.
for
Water.
And she knows the difference between residential and business.
Yeah.
The occupancy, yes. And then have we ever looked at water bill online payments? Is that something?
We have in the past.
That's
Is
been
it-
discussed, and there were some concerns on some costs. Either put it on us, or we have to roll the cost over to the residents. I know that's been discussed in the past.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can use your credit card, but you got to call in and
or
Okay,
you can
tell
set up
I'm-
auto-
Kathy your credit card. So we are
you can set
taking
up
credit
auto
cards,
pay
just
for
not
Kathy
automatic.
As well, but we don't currently have the online. It would be something we have to figure out the cost, and if we roll that cost over the residents when they pay their bill, I think it'd be some some programming.
Okay.
Right now, we're taking credit cards with
Okay.
no additional cost, but they
All
have to call in.
All right. And then do we know anything about the individual garbages with that contract? Has there been a bill that came or?
Well, we happen to have a representative here. Would you mind coming up to the podium?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to come tonight. I know that.
Introduce yourself, please.
Yeah,
for
Tony
the
Moore
record.
with Republic Services. I know I came a few months ago and we had talked about a new contract for the residential services. I wasn't sure if that was ever discussed. I also wanted to come and make sure that there was no questions about the large container contract as well, that we sat down and talked about too. Thank you for approving that and letting us to extend our partnership there. But just to kind of reiterate too on the actual residential waste services, we looked at a 4% increase, so it would go up to $15.51 per month. That would be at 10/1 of this year, because the contract actually expires on 9/30 of this year, and then every out year being at 4% a year thereafter for the remainder of 4 years. We would still take care of the family festival that happens here in town. We donate services to that to make sure it's all cleaned up over the weekend. And we would still provide the carts to the residents if they get lost, broken, things like that. So not really too much changing, just a little bit of an uptick there on the pricing for that side of it. So it does expire on 9/30. So I was like, hey, I kind of want to come back and see if there had been any discussion or anything else that we could do to kind of help answer any questions that the board may have.
The residential contract, you said, was 3 years also?
It's a 5-year.
5-year.
Yes, sir.
Did you get your question answered?
That answers my question.
So if there is anything, you know,
It's
we're
been
happy.
our discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good question.
But yeah, I'm happy to discuss it with anybody. Like I said, my only nervous is that it is coming up soon. I just don't want to miss a board meeting where it, you know, potentially should be voted on and we run out of time with that contract. Don't get me wrong, we're always going to take care of your community. Nothing on that part of it. Just makes things a lot easier when we don't overlap those.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, any other questions?
Chief, do you want to say something? I can't remember the other day if you said you had something you wanted to talk about tonight, or if that's at the public safety. Okay.
Keith,
I'm good.
you got anything else? Lauren? Keith, you guys got anything?
Yeah, our Cherry Street road project was approved by IDOT and should be on their bulletin Thursday. So that's what, a 2-week letting. So we're probably looking at
The
especially called council meeting, or possibly put it on code as a full council before code or after code for approval on Cherry Street.
Okay.
So I'll keep you updated, and if we can possibly put it on code, we can just do a full council meeting, so we don't have a separate night.
That's gonna happen this year yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll keep you updated.
Good.
You said a 2-year bid, or 2-week bid?
2-week bid, yeah. Hope not 2 years.
Anything else, Joe?
I have nothing here.
Okay. Amanda, you good?
I'm good.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.